President Trump's Executive Orders 14,147 through 14,222. Executive Order 14,147, ending the weaponization of the federal government, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,148, initial rescissions of harmful executive orders and actions, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,149, restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,150, America First Policy Directive to the Secretary of State, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,151, ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,152, holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive governmental information, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,153, unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,154, unleashing American energy, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,155, withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,156, declaring a national energy emergency, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,157, designating cartels and other organizations as foreign terrorist organizations and specially designated global terrorists, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,158, establishing and implementing the President's Department of Government Efficiency, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,159, protecting the American people against invasion, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,160, protecting the meaning and value of American citizenship, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,161, protecting the United States from foreign terrorists and other national security and public safety threats, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,162, putting America first in international environmental agreements, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,163, realigning the United States Refugee Admissions Program, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,164, restoring the death penalty and protecting public safety, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,165, securing our borders, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,166, application of Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act to TikTok, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,167, clarifying the military's role in protecting the territorial integrity of the United States, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,168, defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,169, re-evaluating and realigning United States foreign aid, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,170, reforming the federal hiring process and restoring merit to government service, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,171, restoring accountability to policy influencing positions within the federal workforce, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,172, restoring names that honor American greatness, January 20, 2025. Executive Order 14,173, ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, January 21, 2025. Executive Order 14,174, revocation of certain executive orders, January 21, 2025. Executive Order 14,175, designation of Ansar Allah as a foreign terrorist organization, January 22, 2025. Executive Order 14,176, Declassification of records concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. January 23, 2025. Executive Order 14177, President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology, January 23, 2025. Executive Order 14178, Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology, January 23, 2025. Executive Order 14179, Removing Barriers to American Leadership in Artificial Intelligence, January 23, 2025. Executive Order 14180, Council to Assess the Federal Emergency Management Agency, January 24, 2025. Executive Order 14181, Emergency Measures to Provide Water Resources in California and Improve Disaster Response in Certain Areas, January 24, 2025. Executive Order 14182, Enforcing the Hyde Amendment, January 24, 2025. Executive Order 14183, Prioritizing Military Excellence and Readiness, January 27, 2025. Executive Order 14184, Reinstating Service Members Discharged under the Military's COVID-19 Vaccination Mandate, January 27, 2025. Executive Order 14185, Restoring America's Fighting Force, January 27, 2025. Executive Order 14186, The Iron Dome for America, January 27, 2025. Executive Order 14187, Protecting Children from Chemical and Surgical Mutilation, January 28, 2025. Executive Order 14188, Additional Measures to Combat Antisemitism, January 29, 2025. Executive Order 14189, Celebrating America's 250th birthday, January 29, 2025. Executive Order 14190, Ending Radical Indoctrination in K-12 Schooling, January 29, 2025. Executive Order 14191, Expanding Educational Freedom and Opportunity for Families, January 29, 2025. Executive Order 14192, Unleashing Prosperity Through Deregulation, January 31, 2025. Executive Order 14193, Imposing Duties to Address the Flow of Illicit Drugs Across Our Northern Border, February 1, 2025. Executive Order 14194, Imposing Duties to Address the Situation at Our Southern Border, February 1, 2025. Executive Order 14195, Imposing Duties to Address the Synthetic Opioid Supply Chain in the People's Republic of China, February 1, 2025. Executive Order 14196, A Plan for Establishing a United States Sovereign Wealth Fund, February 3, 2025. Executive Order 14197, Progress on the Situation at Our Northern Border, February 3, 2025. Executive Order 14198, Progress on the Situation at Our Southern Border, February 3, 2025. Executive Order 14199, Withdrawing the United States from and ending funding to certain United Nations organizations and reviewing United States support to all international organizations, February 4, 2025. Executive Order 14200, Amendment to Duties Addressing the Synthetic Opioid Supply Chain in the People's Republic of China, February 5, 2025. Executive Order 14201, Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports, February 5, 2025. Executive Order 14202, Eradicating Anti-Christian Bias, February 6, 2025. Executive Order 14203, Imposing Sanctions on the International Criminal Court, February 6, 2025. Executive Order 14204, Addressing Egregious Actions of the Republic of South Africa, February 7, 2025. Executive Order 14205, Establishment of the White House Faith Office, February 7, 2025. Executive Order 14206, Protecting Second Amendment Rights, February 7, 2025. Executive Order 14207, eliminating the Federal Executive Institute, February 10, 2025. Executive Order 14,208, ending procurement and forced use of paper straws, February 10, 2025. Executive Order 14,209, pausing Foreign Corrupt Practices Act enforcement to further American economic and national security, February 10, 2025. Executive Order 14,210, implementing the President's Department of Government Efficiency Workforce Optimization Initiative, February 11, 2025. Executive Order 14,211, One Voice for America's Foreign Relations, February 12, 2025. Executive Order 14,212, establishing the President's Make America Healthy Again Commission, February 13, 2025. Executive Order 14,213, establishing the National Energy Dominance Council, February 14, 2025. Executive Order 14,214, keeping education accessible and ending COVID-19 vaccine mandates in schools, February 14, 2025. Executive Order 14,215, ensuring accountability for all agencies, February 18, 2025. Executive Order 14,216, expanding access to in vitro fertilization, February 18, 2025. Executive Order 14,217, immediate expansion of American timber production, February 18, 2025. Executive Order 14,218, addressing the threat to national security from imports of timber and lumber, February 18, 2025. Executive Order 14,219, ensuring accountability for all agencies, February 19, 2025. Executive Order 14,220, designating English as the official language of the United States, February 19, 2025. Executive Order 14,221, implementing the President's Department of Government Efficiency Cost Efficiency Initiative, February 26, 2025. Executive Order 14,222, addressing the threat to national security from imports of copper, February 26, 2025.